I think watching all them Let's Dig videos, man, have paid off. Where I'm pushing down, this is exactly where Chris cut the dam at and put the overflow pipe in, just straight down with my blade. You can see the pipe right to the right of the exhaust where it goes under that little crossing right there down in front of me. So this is where Chris come down with the drain pipe through the pond down there. There was a lot of there was quite a lot of concern about the drain pipe, man, when it was going to be put in, and on his channel and on mine. And you don't necessarily have to put it in when you start. And if you put it in at the base of the dam, you're going to burn up quite a lot more pipe going through there and filling over the top of it than if you go up to kind of where you want the water level to be and cut it in and end up putting it in right there. This pond it's going to be spring fed, and then there's a little bit of a watershed coming off the hill up there from Mr. David's house where that's located at down in here. So the pipe that Chris put in, it didn't need to be anything big or nothing like that, because even a 3 or 4 inch rain, the size of the pond is going to hold and carry whatever it needs out that overflow on it. So and if you want to see that, you can go back, dig in Chris's videos, and he shows cutting that dam and sticking that thing in and getting it situated there. So there you go. You can see just the right of me, you see those tracks right there. That's what I was talking about in the previous video where Chris had gotten down in there. That's how soft all that is. Some of that muck that was initially where the dam was started at. And I'm just trying to feather this stuff out over that as easy as I can without completely just going down and getting stuck down there. So you see this holly looking tree thing right there, I can see real quick that it could potentially be a serious issue, and I don't like no scratches on my machines either. I'm pretty anal about that stuff like Chris is. So I just went ahead and took care of that problem right here and got that thing just kind of relocated a little bit. It'll be fine. So up here on top of the dam, each time Robert was dumping, I was cleaning the topsoil off because you don't want any topsoil layer of it, in between any of your lifts at all, because it's not going to stick together, and you can potentially have a leak right there going through. So I kept that topsoil cleaned off, just cut it off, roll it off to the side. 108 on it when we started. So this is what it looks like now. Still gotta have this right here, has got to continue on around about that same elevation all the way around. Still needs a bunch more fill up there on top of it, on top of the dam. We're about to run out of daylight. Gonna be a nice one when it's done. So one other thing I want to point out about the overflow too, that some folks is not considering on that about you know, putting it in at the start of the dam. So if you have trouble with the overflow, say anything that you got to do some maintenance on, say 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the road, when you cut it in through the top of the dam like that up there where you want the water level to be, you can easily access it. If it's down at the base of the dam down there, like a lot of them end up being, you gotta drain the pond to get to it and do any maintenance. And also if you were to have to, you know, say you had to dig it out, I mean, you'd have to cut the whole dam there too. So I think Mr. Letsdig18 has that figured out pretty well, and it's one of those things you just roll with it and go with it and what have you. So anyhow, you can see it's Friday morning, February the 3rd, and I'm filming this. You can see the sunlight coming in over my shoulder. We have not seen the sun here since last Friday. I worked all week last Friday, last week, and also on Saturday. And then, so from Saturday all the way through yesterday, which was Thursday, February the 2nd. Yes, correct. No, we've had rain. It's rained every day. I don't know. My pond is overfull out there right now. I'm not sure how much rain we got. Just an unbelievable amount of rain. I know Dad and them have not worked at all this week in the woods, logging wise. I don't know of anybody that's been able to do any outside work this week. So it is sunshine today. Is very, very welcome to see out here to kind of maybe start drying things up just a little bit. And then I think the end of this next coming week, we're supposed to get possibly some more winter type weather. There was a little bit of ice on bridges around here this morning. I've seen some reports of wrecks and what have you sliding off. So very nice to see some sunshine. It allowed me to do a bunch of different things this week. Get caught up on some things. Did some filming. I did some filming at Taylor Construction Equipment. Those of y'all who follow me on Instagram have seen some of the clips and things from there, stories and reels from down there. And I'll be posting that later on. I have probably a real good video tomorrow that's going to post of a machine here that I filmed, and I think it'll be fairly interesting on that. This right here, we got really lucky on this. This was the week of, I think, January the, let's see, I can't remember exactly when. It's been about 2 weeks ago since I was over there. It hit it just right. There was about a 5 or 6 day span of dry weather here, like there. It was that allowed us to get this pond dam put in. I was there for 2 solid days. This is all the videos from the 2 solid days, and then after this day, then I started working my way back home, and came on back home where I could, you know, get back busy here. And but it's a great series. I've enjoyed watching Chris's series. Good time out there with Chris, and then working with Robert too. A lot of fun doing that stuff, and learning different things, learning new things. I enjoy learning. I like to you know, take in new information and figure things out. As a matter of fact, I'm fixing to, as soon as I get this video up and get it uploaded, I'm going over here in the edge of Alabama, and I'm going to look at a pretty big dirt project over there. I'm not sure if I'll bite off on it and take a stab at it or not. I'm not sure whether I will or not. It's just going to depend on how I feel when I get there, and the guy that owns it, how talking to him, how he feels, because a lot of these things like this, you got to kind of feel the owners out, you know what I mean, and check them out and make sure they're going to be, relatively easy to deal with and to please and what have you. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But I appreciate all the people who came over from Chris's channel. I'll definitely be going back. I'd like to go back over probably a couple times a year and work with Chris for a couple of days and then ease on back, when I got time to do it. And it's just good, it's good. It helps him out, helps me out, because I learn on the learning aspect of things, and we can just get a lot of stuff done. Just crazy. So anyhow, appreciate all y'all watching. Thank y'all for tuning in to the whole series here. So we'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.